Happy Tuesday, everyone. It is now the final Tuesday of January of 2024. Sorry, it's still early for me. I'm still blanking on a couple of things. One thing I'm not going to blank on is remembering to do my low, my high, my active kindness. So, let's see. I would say that my low is yesterday definitely felt like a Monday to me. Oh, okay, I shouldn't really say that. I mean, it probably implies that yesterday was a bad day. It wasn't a bad day at all. But there were parts of the day that seemed kind of long. Particularly probably from 9 o'clock to 10:30. It felt like the longest hour and a half ever. I don't know why, it just did. But, I eventually got through that, so that's nice. I would say my high was, I got to see my mom and dad again. I mean, I know I just saw them the day before, but, they're my family, and so by default, I'm very happy to see my family. And, a thought just occurred to me, before I continue, a thought just occurred to me. Never have I ever said that, my high had anything to do with the video that I did. I mean, I guess I try and keep the videos, separate in that way. But, I mean, reading yesterday's One Piece manga chapter was also a lot of fun, too. So, I'll say that was part of my high. Why not? And my act of kindness is when I got to my folks' place, I emptied and filled the dishwasher for my mom and dad. I did that. That was really about it. So, again, I guess when I said it yesterday really felt like a Monday, what I mean is it was just kind of boring. I mean, I wouldn't say it's necessarily bad. I mean, considering the weekend I just had, you need a day or so of sort of, quiet relaxation sort of take your mind off it. So, there we go. Well, there's actually a few things to talk about today. So how about I just get right to the chase and do the reactions to who this week's Hot Ones guest is. Now, in terms of who this week's guest could be, a couple people are brought to mind. Simply because we're actually getting probably the first major action blockbuster action movie of the year in Argylle, which I'm very much considering going to go see. And if you haven't seen the trailer for Argylle, the premise is basically there's this one woman played by Bryce Dallas Howard who writes books, and they're spy novels, and every single book she's written has come true, in the spy world. And so a lot of people are after her. Which sounds like a really cool idea. The cast looks awesome. I mean, you got Bryce Dallas Howard, Sam Rockwell, Henry Cavill, Samuel L. Jackson. You got a good cast. And there's a lot more people too, I just can't think of who they are at the moment. So, I'm thinking we're getting someone from Argylle as this week's Hot Ones guest. And, I mean, I can totally see it being Bryce Dallas Howard right now. Sam Rockwell would be awesome if it was him. Oh man, dude, Sam Rockwell is awesome. He is. Although, I can't, oh, right, the first, movie I ever legit paid attention was, way back in 2013, when the movie, The Way Back. Was it The Way Back? The Way... Okay. Yeah, The Way Back. Like, Sam Rockwell was awesome in that movie, dude. Holy cow. Like, I don't know how or why, but he was like awesome. That's why I fell in love with that guy. Not in that way. Anyway, so I can totally see being Sam Rockwell. Henry Cavill's been plastered all over the trailers for that movie because he's Agent Argylle, apparently. And let me just say, like, it's been a long time since I've seen a good flat top fade. And Henry Cavill rocks it in that trailer. And then, of course, the Samuel L. Jackson is in that trailer too. He would make for a great guest. I'm sure that's a guest a lot of people want to see. So, I guess I'm gonna have to type in and see. All right then. So, without further ado, the second Hot Ones guest of 2024 is... Slowly, okay? Okay. Like, the screen just appeared below me. Like, I can see it out of the corner of my eye. I can't see who it is. Okay, let me scroll down this a little bit. Okay. I was trying to look away from where it is. So this week's Hot Ones guest is... Oh. It's no one from Argylle. That is bizarre. That's incredibly bizarre. Like, usually any guest on Hot Ones is about to be in a major blockbuster movie is like a prime candidate for being a Hot Ones guest for the week. But, no. It's no one from Argylle. In fact, to my recollection, I don't think this person has been in a blockbuster movie. Okay, I'm sure a lot of people are like, dude, quit beating around the bush. Who is it? It's John Oliver. Yes, the comedian who does like late night, did stuff with the Daily Show and stuff like that, like John Oliver. Alright. I mean, I will admit I don't know that much about him outside of what I just told you. But a lot of people like John Oliver. I mean, I have seen John Oliver be funny before, so, it's not like I'm not completely oblivious to who he is. So, well, this should be a good episode. I really think, like, any episode of Hot Ones that ever involves, involves people who've ever been, like, late night talk shows. Late night talk show hosts. Like Jimmy Kimmel. Or Trevor Noah. Or even when Sean Evans was on Colbert's show a few years back. You already know that the fact that they're hosting late night or any talk show, they can bring the entertainment. They can. And I know at least if I remember with Steve Colbert, he can also, laugh in the face of some of the immense pain from the Hot Ones that he's eating. So, we'll see. We'll see how this works. And by the way, I know there's other late night talk show hosts that I haven't mentioned yet. I just only thought of, Trevor Noah and Jimmy Kimmel and Steve Colbert. James Corden, he's another one. He's been on Hot Ones. Actually, if I remember watching that episode, I really thought, he'd be the one person I thought was going to do bad, but no, he didn't. He actually very much impressed me. Actually, that's the thing. There's a group of people who are Hot Ones fans or Spice Lords that actually are kind of chomping at the bit to see somebody fail. And don't get me wrong, I see that appeal. I don't want to see that though. I mean, at the end of the day, no one should really fail on this show. I mean, if you can make it through the wings, that's fine. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I mean, just partaking in the interview is, important enough as it is. But, yeah, we had John Oliver as this week's guest on Hot Ones. That is very interesting. So, as long as I'm talking about Argylle, does it have a score on Rotten Tomatoes yet? I'm going to look that up. I mean, it's coming out in a couple days. Right now, unless something happens, I'm going to be seeing it on February 1st. No. Doesn't have a score yet. I mean, man, this is an all-star cast like Bryce Dallas Howard, Sam Rockwell, Henry Cavill, John Cena. Dua Lipa has been Hot Ones. So is Bryan Cranston. Sophia Boutella, Ariana DeBose, Catherine O'Hara, Samuel Jackson. That's right, Matthew Vaughn could be a guest too. They've had directors before. Yeah. I mean, the first major blockbuster movie coming out in 2024, and you're not having any guests you're not having any guests this week? That's a bold move, I suppose. Although, at the moment, I'm kind of curious. Has anyone reviewed that movie yet? Okay. No reviews yet. Alright. Yeah, I kind of want to know if I want to go see it. And it looks really cool. Although, let's be real here. I think if you've seen the trailer for Argylle, then, that the one draw that's going to get people to come watch it is the fact that there's literally a cat in the bag. And, come to think of it, it is kind of funny to see the cat out of the bag. Hey, that joke actually works on a lot of levels, huh? Yeah. I mean, Argylle looks solid. How? You know what? I think what's going to happen is, I think at some point, maybe next week's episode, then they're going to feature someone from Argylle. I can totally see that. I can totally see a scenario where, wow, this is a lot. Wow, I'm sorry. I got sidetracked for a second. I'm looking at Rotten Tomatoes right now. There's a lot of promotions for Dune Part 2. Which, I'm very sure there's going to be quite a few choices for who that week's Hot Ones guest will be. I mean, it's just over a month away. Man, I can't believe we're already at the end of January. We're pretty much at the end of January. I mean, I guess I'm going to really have to think about how this month went, because tomorrow I'm going to have a lot to talk about. But I definitely, lately I've been on this sort of kick where, when a month of the year ends, I should talk about that, because, a lot can happen in the span of the month, and considering that it was January, the first month of the new year, I mean, can we even call it a new year anymore if it's been a month? Huh. That is a good question. gonna have to really. Actually, what do you guys think? Did we actually still say it's a new year if we're already a month? If we're already not? Well, technically, we're not a full month into because the full month will be tomorrow, after tomorrow. But can we say it's been? If it's been like over almost a whole month, can we say it's a new year? I mean, we can refer to this as the month of that year, I suppose. But, I guess I really need to think about that, huh? Well, I hope y'all like this video. If you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on social media. As always, I am very humbled that I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I'm hopeful that we have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Oh, before I forget, Tuesday Blues Day. Yeah, I like to wear this shirt on Tuesdays because, twos and blues. That makes sense. And remember, if you guys want to talk or chat with me here to Lenny and Holes, everybody, take care. And as always, make good choices. 607 all day, baby.